Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Past midfield. Spinning his way. Past the 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas to all. It is time to watch some football, and the product might not be great. We have 3 third-string quarterbacks going throughout the day, starting with Josh Johnson. I'm curious to see how he can play against this Dallas defense. But all around, we're just here to enjoy some football. Hopefully these games end up being somewhat competitive and somewhat good. The first one, NFC East games always end up being somewhat entertaining to a degree because these teams do not like each other at all. So we'll see. Surprisingly, ESPN's analytics has this game being relatively 60-40 split on outcome. So who knows? Maybe Washington will come out here and end up playing really well. They do still have Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel. They do still have their weapons as well. They do still have the running backs and that defense that played decently well against Philly on last week on Saturday. Yeah, we will see. Time will tell. Kickoff moments away from Landover, Maryland. And we are a go. How's everyone doing on this Christmas? It's an early one. I mean, 1 p.m. kickoff on Christmas is it's relatively early, but we're here. We're here. I also like how pretty much every game today features an alternate uniform to an extent. This game features 2 throwbacks in the Commanders Super Bowl era uniforms, and the Cowboys just like proper throwbacks. Lions Vikings has the Lions wearing their Motor City Muscle uniforms going against the whiteout uniforms of Minnesota. That should be good. Denver is wearing their whiteout uniforms tonight against the Chiefs. And the Chiefs don't really have an alternate uniform because they've been using their uniform set pretty much since the 70s. There might have been some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, the Chiefs have had the same uniforms for a long while. But yeah, kickoff is moments away. How long has the Chiefs had these uniforms? When's their... Yeah, I mean they've had these uniforms pretty much since they became the Chiefs. Which hey, that is showcasing just how good that branding is. But yeah. Yeah, just waiting for kickoff in this one. Oh yes, yeah. Since they became the Chiefs, they've added shoulder striping to that uniform, but besides that, it's the exact same. Maybe the logo got redefined a little bit, but yeah, no. Yep, welcome on in. Welcome on in. All right, Northwest Stadium in Landover. I honestly, Northwest Stadium would be such a better stadium name if it was not just FedEx Field. Like if they called if they kept it FedEx Field until their new stadium opened up, it probably would have hit a bit better. All right, so the Cowboys will be getting the ball first in this one. We get to see Dak Prescott in this offense take the field. And this should be this game has potential to be the closest of the slate. So I'm hoping the Commanders can play a bit well in this one. But at the same time, really, who knows? As Cavante Turpin is back to return the opening kick. Yes, we have to wait to see Josh Johnson. So we will see how he plays probably like halfway through the first. Jake Moody on for the kickoff. Cavante Turpin is back to return. And the opening kick and the start of week 17 is underway. Kick going to be returned beginning from about the 1 yard line. Has space out past the 10, past the 15, past the 20, and down to about the 23. So the Cowboys will start from there. I will say, I do have to give Netflix credit for one thing. From these broadcasts that they've had, they haven't had a lot, but from the ones they have had, I do love their graphic package and their scoreboard. Like, it is a surprisingly good scoreboard. And at some point down the line, who knows how long, but at some point, I will probably steal that. Dak and shotgun going to hand this off up the middle. It's going to be Javonte Williams past the 25 and down to about the 26. Gain of 4 in the opening play. I mean, if you haven't, I mean, the first two were not as noticeable as what the third one's going to be. As I've already begun work on next year's graphics. It's a lot of inspiration comes from, scoreboards of the past and like Madden games. So like, I'm probably gonna end up using Netflix's at some point. It is a nice scoreboard. Dak quick pass left side of 2nd and 6. Gonna be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Javonte Williams in the flat. So a 3rd and 6 coming up. An early 3rd down challenge for the Cowboys. Again, surprisingly good broadcast package that Netflix has had. All right, Dak and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 3rd and 6. Ball on their own 26. Dak looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass right side. Off the mark and incomplete. But there is a penalty marker down. Looking for Cavante Turpin. He got brought down well before that ball arrived. Cowboys will get a fresh set of downs. It's going to be DPI against the Commanders. Yep, defensive pass interference. Going to be Noah Igbenogany called for the DPI. Oh yeah, he gets a handful of face mask there as Turpin was going on his break. Okay. So Dak under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's space for Williams past the 40, lowering the shoulder. A nice truck stick there. That's a gain of 8 for Javonte Williams. All right. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful job laying the shoulder there. Hell yeah. Dak under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna hand this off up the middle once again for Williams, and this time gonna be stood at the line for minimal gain. Maybe they give him a yard by technicality there, but not much else. So another 3rd down for the Cowboys. It's a 3rd and 1.5 or so. Dak in shotgun, back behind him. Now going under center, back in fullback behind him. 3rd and 1, gonna play action and look to throw. Rolling right, has some time. Pass right side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Javonte Williams. Good coverage, forces it loose. And the Cowboys drive stalls out. That pass is actually a little bit behind. Yeah, it ends up being behind. That's Jonathan Jones in coverage, and the Cowboys will go for it. 4th and, about 1.5 yards. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right. Man in motion right to left. Gonna hand this off up the middle. And that's enough for the first. Javonte Williams gets to the 48. They get a gain of 4 and a fresh set of downs. Yeah. Javonte Williams has been having a really solid season for Dallas. During the offseason, I was talking about how I would be shocked if he doesn't return. I expect him to return to Denver. Him going to Dallas ends up being a great decision on his part. Dak play action looking to throw. Has time. Launching one deep over the middle. Has a man. It's tipped and incomplete. Looking for CeeDee Lamb. He had a step. Dak did not put enough into it. It gives Jonathan Jones time to track that ball and make a play. Oh, Dak just did not put enough into it. CeeDee had to slow down just enough. All right, so Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, there's going to be space. A 1st down and more, past the 35 and down to the 31. Malik Davis on the carry. And the Cowboys are well into plus territory. It's a 21-yard carry for Malik Davis. Beautiful blocking up front, creates that hole. Yeah, that's great blocking up front. Yeah, Tyler Booker creates that hole beautifully. Again, he was someone I wanted Miami to draft. He went the pick before Miami's pick in the 1st round, and I have hated Dallas since. Dak play action, looking to throw, gonna shovel this forward, and that's incomplete. Bobby Wagner in coverage. A weird shovel pass by Dak towards Malik Davis. Makes it 2nd and 10. But yeah, Tyler Booker went the pick before Miami this past draft in the 1st round, and I was pissed. He would have been a perfect offensive lineman for us. Dak in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and there's space for Javonte Williams inside the 30 to the 26, maybe 27. So a 3rd and medium, just about. Washington trying to claim that it was a fumble in their ball, but yeah, refs are not going to even begin to listen to that. All right, 3rd and 5. This is the time for the Commanders to get off the field. All right, comparing Bobby Wagner to London Fletcher, also a Washington legend, and Ray Lewis because of his tackle numbers. He's nearing 2,000. Dak pass left side wide open is George Pickens, and he's inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal. And they're in the red zone for the first time today. Just a very, very simple quick out. And Washington played too far off coverage. Washington was playing too far off coverage. So Dak and shotgun back to his right, gonna hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams, and that's a gain of about a yard. All right. So 2nd and goal. Second and goal, under 10 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, tight end in motion left to right. Dak play action looking to throw. Has some time, pass end zone a little bit high, but he hangs on to it. Touchdown, Dallas. They get the scoring started. It's Jake Ferguson with the one-handed grab, and they strike first. All right. Yeah, put it to where only Ferguson could get it. He tips it to himself a bit with the one hand to make sure he can hang on to it. Yeah, that is a really good throw from Dak. It places it to where only his guy can get it. That's the key thing when you're in the goal line. Extra point from Brandon Aubrey is up, and it's right down the middle. Cowboys take the 7-0 lead. And we get to see Josh Johnson in his Commanders offense for the first time today when we get back from a commercial break. Well, I'm not surprised that Netflix has commercial breaks. You kind of have to have commercial breaks in sports. I mean, you don't have to. I believe it was like 2 years ago or so when Peacock was experimenting with like a whole quarter of no commercials. And instead of commercials, you get to see the field from a specific camera angle as if you were at the game. And I do really like that. I think for streaming that could work. But obviously, you still, these companies still need to get paid. They still need to get the ad revenue, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I would actually probably prefer that. Because you can see some really interesting things when on the sidelines when that happens. But yep, at commercial break. So at the same time as this, Disney is having their Deck the Halls NBA broadcast. And I've talked about before how much I love the alternate broadcasts in sports because of how funny, how ridiculous they can be. That is one of them where I'm like, that needs to be a yearly staple. Same thing with like the NFL Nickelodeon playoff game. The NBA Christmas Disney collab needs to be a yearly thing. It is too good to not have it be every year. Yep, at commercial break. I also do like how Netflix has a timer for commercials. We got 10 seconds left. That's gonna make things a lot easier. But yep, at commercial break. Alright, just getting back from commercial break. We get to see Josh Johnson in this offense for the first time. He played fine enough. He played okay against Philly. And there was only so much he could do in that game. So we'll see how he does against this Dallas defense. And Dallas with, is it? No, I don't think it's the worst anymore, but it's definitely up there. 3rd worst in yards per game. So yeah, it's like second worst defense in the league, a bottom 3 defense. So Josh Johnson might be in for a pretty solid one. Kickoff return beginning from the 5, face up past the 20, and down to about the 24. It's crazy how the Chiefs defense has given up about 20 points per game, give or take, and they're 6-8. Like that just shows how middling their offense has been. What actually is their offensive points per game since I'm on this page right now? 22, yeah. Raiders are at 4. Johnson in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion, right to left. And Johnson going to hand this off left side. And it's Krosky Merritt for a gain of 2 to about 26. Like the Lions are averaging 30 points per game, but they're, a loss, like 1 game away from missing the playoffs. Also, their defense, man, probably part of the reason, right? Well, yeah, 25 by the defense. All right, Johnson alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Pass right side can be caught by a wide open Traylon Burks. Past the 35 to about the 37. All right. Solid moving of the chains there. Not bad. If Traylon Burks has a career resurgence in Washington, that would probably be the funniest possibility. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from their own 37. Johnson going to play action, look to throw. Rolling right. Pass right, going to be caught, and that breaks 1 tackle and gets past midfield to the 47. It's Terry McLaurin on the reception, and the Commanders past midfield already. Again, Johnson has the weapons today to be able to have a solid game. When you're throwing to McLaurin and Deebo Samuel, and even with how Traylon Burks has been playing this season, when you have these guys to throw to, it's going to make your day a bit easier. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion, right to left. Gonna fake a toss left and throw back right. Caught by Deebo Samuel with plenty of space. The 30, 25, 20, the 15, past the 10, the truck, and Samuel is at the 6. Deebo Samuel, a gain of 41, and laying the wood to knock a Cowboys helmet off. What a yard! What a run by Deebo Samuel after the catch there. We're 2 drives in, and I've had 2 amazing hit sticks. Or not hit sticks, but like trucks. Great finish by Deebo. Just to get off. Hell yeah. All right, Johnson under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about a yard or so for Krosky Merritt. He slipped a bit there. Yeah, we had Javonte Williams laying the wood on the opening drive. And now Deebo Samuel doing his part on this one. That's anytime the offense can be the ones laying hits like that, that's great to see for me. We be in the offensive mind than I am. All right, 2nd and goal from the 4. Johnson in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Man in motion, left to right. Johnson going to hand this off up the middle, and that's Krosky Merritt for another gain of about 2. A 3rd and goal coming up. Commanders looking to punch in what has been a really solid drive so far. Yeah, 30th overall. So yeah, bottom 3. All right, 3rd and goal. 5:40 to play in the 1st. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. Man in motion, right to left, making 2 receivers on each side. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming, pump faking, and sacked. Back at the 10. It's Quinnen Williams. making his presence felt in his first game back. No, it's Jadeveon Clowney now being credited with it. Oh, yeah, no, that's clearly Clowney. How did ESPN think that was Quincy Williams at first? Jadeveon Clowney with the sack. So the Commanders' drive stalls out, and it's 4th and goal. So out comes Jake Moody to put the Commanders on the board. It's a 29-yard kick. The ball is centered. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. So a solid drive from the Commanders stalls out in the red zone, and it's exemplified by the Deebo Samuel 41-yard catch and run. And we head to commercial break. All right. Off to a solid start. Off to a solid start. I think about 2 minutes of ads remaining. All right, it is Larry Zonka's birthday. Hell yeah. That's cool. Bro, seeing... yeah, the official is the dunk the halls for the NBA broadcast. Seeing Mickey Mouse absolutely torch the Knicks is hilarious. That is incredible. Yep, at commercial break. I'm seeing a gingerbread man as well. This this dunk the halls thing is incredible. Yep, at commercial break. Yeah, that looks fine, I guess. I know. I'm logging into Netflix for the one time a year where I actually needed. I don't care what else they have to offer. All right, just coming back from commercial break. The Commander's set to send this one down after the field goal to cut into this Cowboys lead. Kickoff underway. Going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys will begin from the 35. So an opening drive touchdown. Let's see what the Cowboys do on their second drive of the game. We have 4,000-yard passer in Dak, 1,000-yard rusher in Javonte Williams. Pickens and Lamb both have 1,000 yards receiving. The Cowboys offense has been exemplary. The defense is non-existent. If they just had a average defense, they would probably win the division this year. Instead, they have been eliminated. Instead, they were eliminated last week. Dak looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side going to be caught by CeeDee Lamb, and that's a gain of about 5 or so. Like, the amount of games the Cowboys have lost this year, purely because the defense could not get out of their own way. Like, the Packer game was one of those. They lost to Arizona somehow. Detroit, they let up 44. Minnesota, they gave up 34. Dak under center, going to hand this off to Javonte Williams, and that's a gain of 5. Should be enough for a first down. And there's a penalty down now as well. Carolina, they lost by 3. If they just had a defense. All right, penalty marker down. What is it? Seems like it'll be just after the play penalty. After the play, a personal foul on the Commanders. So they're going to get the first anyway, because during the play, they got the first. But afterwards, it's going to push them back 15. So it's still going to be 1st and 10. But they still net lose 5 yards so far on this drive. Or not Commanders, I mean on Dallas. So Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off right side, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4 for Javonte Williams. Yeah, so the penalty was on Dallas. It was on Tyler Booker. So a 2nd and 7 coming up. Dak alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass right side. It's going to be incomplete. And there's the penalty. Looking for CeeDee Lamb on a quick slant. He gets tackled by Jonathan Jones well before that ball arrives. And that's going to be a DPI against the Commanders. They're 2nd of the game already. And yeah, he gets there well early. Like that's one of the easier DPIs to call in the league. All right, so it'll be 1st and 10. Jonathan Jones still does not understand it. All right, Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from their own 41, going to play action and look to throw. Dak with some time, trying to step up and sacked. Back at the 32. It's Jerzan Newton on the sack. And a 2nd and 18 coming up. Yeah, firmly in the offseason, I'm gonna make multiple Excel sheets for pronunciations. Just to make sure I have as reference. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's space for Malik Davis. Up past the 40, past the 45, and down to the 49. It's a gain of 16. It makes it a well more manageable 3rd down. 3rd and 2 coming up. All right. So 3rd and 2. Dak going to hand this off up the middle for Davis once again, and that's going to be not enough for the first. Well short, doesn't even get to midfield. And now the Cowboys have another decision to make. They went for it on 4th and short earlier in the game, aka on their last drive, and they got it. This is a very similar situation. It's a 4th and relatively long one. It's a 4th and 1.5. They're at about midfield. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. And Dak's going to look to throw this time. Has plenty of time. Pass over the middle is wide open, George Pickens. Pass the 35 to the 31. Way too much space for George Pickens there. And the Cowboys move the chains. So on the first 4th and 1, they ran the ball and got 4. On this 4th and 1, they threw it and got 19. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be moving the ball just fine in this game. JSN is over 300 more yards than George Pickens entering today. Fuck. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Hand off up the middle for Javonte Williams, and he's going to have space to the 25. They give him maybe the 24 and a half. All right, one more play is needed before the end of the first quarter. There was about a half-second difference between the game and play clock. So Dak under center. Now going into shotgun. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Second and about 4. Gonna toss this right side for Javonte Williams, and he's gonna get about 2 up to the 23. And that's the end of the first quarter. 15 minutes in the books. And this has been surprisingly a solid start to this game. Like, it has been a actually really solid start. It helps that the Cowboys had a 13-play drive to begin the game, followed up by a Commanders 8-play drive, and now the Cowboys are on their own 10+ play drive. I am a massive fan of long sustained drives, so I'm here for this kind of game. Yep, at commercial break. Yep, at commercial break at about minute 10 to go in this commercial break. Again, I do like that Netflix actually has a timer for ad breaks. Makes things a little bit more manageable. Yep, ad commercial break. Ad commercial break. Twenty seconds remain in the ad break. Yep. Yeah, gonna be coming out of commercial break here soon. Hello, welcome on in. As we're just coming back from commercial break for the start of the second quarter. Yeah, Merry Christmas. I'm not surprised at all that they're doing Stranger Things stuff in that stadium right now. I do not care about this, but I'm not surprised. Honestly, how much am I gonna be seeing Stranger? I'm gonna try for all of them. Yeah, the idea today is to do all of them. Not all of them, but like all of the ones today, all of the ones Saturday. Dolphins at 1:00. Bills Eagles at 4:25 on Sunday. And the prime time. Dak looking to throw left side on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete. Looking for Jalen Tolbert. But couldn't hang on. Some nice coverage there from Saren still. And the Cowboys will have another decision to make. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah, the idea is to do all of them today. We're gonna see how I feel though after Vikings Lions. Yeah, the idea is to do all of them though. All right, the offense is gonna stay on the field. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 4th and 2, and the Commanders will call their first time out. I got a ton of money, so I use that to get some games from on PlayStation and off Amazon. I also got like I got a new mug That's cool. Got a shirt. But the bigger present was before the month, really. Yeah. The bigger present was like a week or so ago. We got club tickets to a Florida Panthers game. That was really nice. That was great. Yeah, we're gonna be getting a few bots there today. Dak and shotgun back to his right, three receivers to the left. 4th and 2. Dak looking to throw. Has time, passed over the middle, gonna be caught by Jalen Tolbert inside the 20 to the 19. A great catch through the contact, and the Cowboys are now 3 for 3 on 4th down. Yeah, great. That's a solid catch. So Dak and shotgun back to his left. Now gonna go under center, back behind him to receive an option to each side. As Dak is gonna play action and look to throw, rolling right, has the space and the time. Pass right side gonna be incomplete. Looking for Tolbert once again, a little bit too far outside. So 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. All right, Dak and shotgun back to his left to receive an options to each side. Hand off up the middle for Williams, and that's going to be spaced to the 10. Gain of about 8 or so. It was the Panthers and Hurricanes game about a week ago or so at this point, when they the one that they won 4-3 in a shootout. Like, that was a great game to go to. I didn't get to see the overtime. Sadly, we left before then. But it was still fun. It was always fun to go to Panther games. Dak under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. 3rd and 2, gonna toss this left side. It's Malik Davis trying to get space and gonna be brought down short of the line to gain. Gets to the 10. It's a 4th and 1. Gets about half a yard there. And now the Cowboys once again have a choice to make. 4th and 1. They've already converted 3 of them today. 2 on this drive. And they're going to keep the offense on the field once again. Dak under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. Play clock winding down. Man in motion right to left. Dak, handoff up the middle. And Javonte Williams, the second effort, gets it. 1st down Dallas, 4 for 4 on 4th down today. And we're not even halfway into the first half. We're halfway into the second quarter is a better way to phrase that. I mean, Washington plays that well. Just Javonte Williams does not go down easy. So Dak under center, play action looking to throw, rolling right, has time. Pass right side, going to be incomplete, looking for Jake Ferguson. So 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line coming up. Good. So 2nd and goal. The Commanders are wearing their Super Bowl era uniforms, and this is the one logo during that time frame that I actually want to use. Dak pass back of the end zone is going to be incomplete, going to double coverage for George Pickens, and a flag comes in late. That's all right. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, so Cowboys are wearing their throwback, so I grabbed their throwback logo and added a white border to it because that way it's visible. And then Commanders wearing their Super Bowl era uniforms, and I don't want to use the Yeah, the penalties unnecessary roughness against the Commanders would be first and goal. Yeah, I don't want to use because I wanted to use like an actual throwback logo for the Commanders, but I don't want to use the Chief head logo because both eras of it has a lot of like bad connotations to it, just based off of the ownerships. So, and I do really like the Spearhead logo and I want them to bring this back. So, there is a slight difference, and that is there's another outline to it. Dak handoff up the middle for Javonte Williams, and he's gonna get in. Touchdown Dallas from 4 yards out. They extend this lead. Yeah, the new Cowboys logo is the central blue star, a white border to that, and then the white border has blue outline into it. Yeah, I mean, I like that they're at least like paying homage to it, but I need them to change their logo and their branding soon. Like I'm like I'm surprised that even like when they were the Redskins that they did not use the Spearhead logo for long. I want them to bring it back. It's the perfect logo for them. Extra points up and good. The name's never gonna come back, but there's ways to have that similar identity, but just make it so there's like no possible way for it to be misconstrued. I was like the obvious one was what Red Tails that everyone was calling for. You like Red Tails and be good. I don't love the commander's name either. I don't love this branding that they have, but it's you have to deal with it for now. Again, there's plenty of signs that they want to bring back the old iconography into some degree, and I'm here for it if they do it right. Oh yeah, I love this. I did a video before the season began, like ranking every team's logos throughout histories. The Spearhead is my favorite from the Commanders' history. And it's crazy that they only used it for like a year or two when it initially debuted. I want them to use it so much. I want them to use it more. It's this, and then they had an R logo, but I think that was primarily a secondary logo. That's also a nice one. Which I mean, if they can bring that back as well, that'd be fun. I'm like the thing is they easily could have bought a few extra years of the old Brandon by doing the same thing that Cleveland did, which is get rid of the logo and make it just a letter for a few years. Because Cleveland bought a few years of the Indians' name by making the logo the C. Washington could have done the same thing by making the logo and the old R logo that they had, and it would have been fine for like another 3 years. Up until, up until the new ownership came in. Actually, I think I know what those old Jurgensen uniforms look like. If the Chiefs win tonight, that would be a fantastic outcome. That means that would be a great game. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Oh, hey, Emmett Smith's there. That's cool to have Emmett Smith joining the broadcast from Zoom. That's cool. Make sure I know what years Sonny Jurgensen played. I think I do. Yeah. Yeah, so it's those uniforms were great. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 2. Base out past the 15, past the 20, past the 25, and down to about the 28. If Chris Oladokun can make that game close, I'll be here for it. But I'm expecting this game to be the closest of the slate. All right, Johnson under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. The Commanders have a 6th lineman in the game. That gets a tight end here. Johnson going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a loss of about 2. For Krotsky Merritt on the carry. The loss of about 2. Emmitt Smith's a great back. There's that story of him wanting to join Miami in like 95 or 96. Just angle that camera a bit down more. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Has some time, pass over the middle, can be caught with space. Deebo Samuel will pass midfield and going to be brought down near the plus 46. Deebo Samuel already having himself a really solid game. Up to 68 yards already on 2 receptions. All right, 1st and 10. Josh Johnson, again, playing solid. This is only the 2nd drive for this offense, but yeah. Johnson under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's a gain of about a yard or so. Oh, yeah, there's EJ Smith. Is he still at A&M? There was also an illegal formation penalty on that play by Washington, so it'll be a 1st and 15. That they just haven't shown on the broadcast. So good thing I do have ESPN pulled up off to the side here. Johnson under center, back behind him, going to play action and look to throw. Stepping left, buying time, pass left side, gonna be incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin, but tight coverage forces it loose. I think in the long run, they will be better off. Just because you're not committing a ton of money to one player. But I think if they had Parsons this season, you probably win 1 or 2 more games than you have already. But at the same time, like if you kept Parsons, you don't trade for Quinnen Williams or Logan Wilson, who have been 2 massive gets for this defense. Johnson, quick pass right side, going to be caught up past the 45 and down to the 42. It's Ben Sinnott on the reception. It's a 3rd and 7 coming up. The biggest thing that the Cowboys need to do is actually add, Kenny Clark as well, who's been playing solid. The biggest thing they need to do is actually add in the offseason. And in free agency is a better way to put it. Because they have not been massive players in free agency for like 2 or 3 years now. If they can go out and get a quality free agent for that defense. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Deebo Samuel. Good pressure, good coverage forces that pass loose. And it's 4th and 7. Not quite in field goal range, and I think the Commanders will punt here. But also at the same time, like, hasn't Trevon Diggs missed pretty much the entire season so far? All right, punt comes off clean. Going to be bouncing and downed at the 1. Beautiful punt coverage by Washington. They're going to put the Cowboys into a tough spot here. See if their defense can capitalize off of it. How many games is... Okay, no, he didn't.
Yeah, he missed all of Trayvon Diggs missed all of November. But at the same time, I think it went a good stretch that month. Okay, so Trayvon Diggs missed. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he missed 8 weeks. That's a tough one for the defense. Yeah. And also like Deron Bland is currently on IR. Here's how long he's gonna be out for, or what his injury is. When we need surgery again. That left foot, second time in as many years. Okay, it's a left foot injury. Yeah, it's like since Bland had that great season, he's been missing a few games, huh? Yeah, he only played in 7 games last year, played in 12 this year. If he can get healthy again. So in that same degree, what are the free agent secondary players for Dallas to go after? Going to also bookmark that page. As we're at commercial break. Jamil Dean's a free agent. Darius Slam. Eric Stokes. Cater Coe, who's a free agent, that actually would not be a bad get for Dallas. He's a great slot corner. Not great, but he's been really solid for Miami. You can probably get him on a relatively cheap deal as well. Rasul Douglas, I think he's earned himself a contract after how he's played. Same with Jack Jones. All right, back from commercial break. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle for Malik Davis. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Yeah, actually probably should. Arakia Sin's a free agent? Hold up, bro. Hold up. Rakia Sin being a free agent. That's gonna be a good name. Kyle Duggar. Kevin Byard. There's definitely names in that secondary for free agency for both Dallas and Miami. My Dolphins also need to improve that secondary. Dak under center, gonna look to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by a wide open CeeDee Lamb for a first as he gets out of bounds at the 15. So 1st and 10 from their own 15. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. 8 minutes to play in the first half. Man in motion right to left as Dak's going to play action and look to throw. Has time, pass left side, going to be off the market incomplete. Looking for CeeDee Lamb in a flat. Dak takes a hit while throwing that one. They have not shown the Jerry Cam just yet. Well, I'm excited to hear what Jerry Jones thinks of this season in the when he does his media stuff in the off season. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. Quick throw right side, caught by CeeDee Lamb, and he's gonna lose about a yard or so. All right, so a 3rd and long for Dallas. Third and 11. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Gonna send the back out wide to the right. As Dak going to look to throw. Stepping up, has time, deep shot over the middle, has a man, it's Kevontae Turpin. And he walks it in to 10-5. It's a touchdown, Dallas, but there is a penalty. Will this hold? Good morning. Merry Christmas. It's offsides against the Commanders. That will be declined. Kevontae Turpin from 86 yards out extends this lead once more. The former USFL product. Oh, that's a beautiful throw from Dak Prescott. And with Kevontae Turpin's speed, one step can turn into a mile in an instant. That is a beautiful throw. So the extra point from Brandon Aubrey is up, and it is good. Yeah. Yeah, predictions yesterday was fun. There's a few games throughout this week's slate where I'm just like, there's nothing to really talk about with it. like how much can I really talk about Saints Titans? I try to get every segment and predictions up to about a minute. But so if this late in the season, it can be tough when some of the matchups just don't have much going for it. Yeah, no, Washington's not going to come back from this. But hopefully they can make things a bit interesting. They do get ball to begin the second half. So maybe. I mean, the thing is, Washington has had 2 drives today so far. That was the 3rd drive Dallas has had. And it just happened to be a 97-yard drive. As yep, we're at commercial break. Back to some of these free agents. Honestly, there's quite a few edge rusher free agents as well that I would not be surprised if Dallas goes after. Obviously, you have to think about the cheaper end of things because Dallas, like AJ Epinenza's there, Draymond Jones is there. We could probably get Leonard Floyd on a 1 year, maybe 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Am I just seeing Adam Schefter tweet about Javon? Yeah. Adam Schefter is just now tweeting about the Javonte Williams truck that was on the opening drive of the game. Jonathan Jones going to be evaluated for a concussion. Okay. Yep. There's a. Why is Netflix showing this commercial? There's a commercial for The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan. I'm still excited for that. I'm cautiously optimistic. Oh yeah, I don't know what Schefter's on. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Three straight touchdown drives to start the game for Dallas, as the kickoff is going to land short of the landing zone, so the Commanders will start from the 40. Oh, DJ Reader's free agent? Andre Cisco's a free agent. There's quite a few names on this free agency list so far. Obviously, that's going to change as people re-sign once the offseason hits. But like Reed Blankenship's a free agent. Obviously, I expect him to re-sign, but that would be a big name to hit the market. Same with PJ Law. Okay. And there's definitely a ton of names here, which leaves no excuse for Miami. Johnson under center, back behind him. Play action. I'm going to end around this one. Right side for Deebo Samuel, who has the blockers. Up past the 45, past the 40, the 35, and down to the 30. Deebo. He's been having a incredible game, considering how little the Commanders' offense has been on the field. He's up to 97 yards from scrimmage on 3 touches. He is consistently getting 20+ yard gains. Johnson under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Play action looking to throw. Johnson, pressure coming. Pass right side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Terry McLaurin, off throw due to the pressure, and it's 2nd and 10. Okay. Bots. Yeah, not surprised. And it's been a minute since we've gotten those bots coming in. I'm not surprised that they're coming now on Christmas. Johnson in shotgun, back behind him, and there's miscommunication about where guys should be lined up, so the Commanders will take their 2nd timeout. All right, 6:14 to play in the first half. Yeah, it's something. Maybe yeah, we're getting some Chinese food later. That's like our little Christmas tradition. So I'm excited for that. That's gonna be in between Lions, Vikings, and Broncos, Chiefs. So I'm gonna have that. Nice. All right, Johnson in shotgun, back behind him. Now shifting the back to his right. Going to hand this off left side for Krotsky Merritt, who's going to try and bounce it towards the sideline. Only picks up about a yard. There is a penalty. And this might be horse collar tackle against Trevon Diggs. It won't be. I'm not surprised to hear that. Yep, horse collar tackle against Trevon Diggs. So 15 yards and a free first down for Washington. As there's a commander slow to get up afterwards as well. All right, 6:06 to play in the half. It will be Commanders ball inside the red zone at the 16. And we're going to head to a commercial break due to injury timeout. Yep, at commercial break. That's the wrong thing I wanted to do. Why is Adobe's whatever? I've had my fair issues with Adobe products. That's why I don't really use them. Oof. Okay, that's a clever Toyota Thon commercial. All right, got about 50 seconds left in this commercial break. Like my sister dyed her hair a while back. She hasn't done it recently, but she used to. And she was the same way with like trying to style it. It can be finicky. 30 seconds left in the commercial break. Yep, 4:30 Lions Vikings. That's gonna be a fun uniform matchup. And then Broncos Chiefs the nightcap as we're just coming back from commercial break. Yeah, probably. No shot Jalen Brunson is a shot over Mickey Mouse. I love the NBA. Going to Wildcat is Debo direct snap right side, and that's gonna lose about 4. All right, it's Clowney and Clark combining for the tackle for loss there. Now 2nd and 14 coming up. Yeah, the injuries have piled up for Washington this season. Yeah, Austin Eckler went down early, and that has been a massive blow to the offense since. So Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, man in motion right to left. Johnson looking to throw. Quick pass right side, going to be caught with space and good blocking. Up past the 15 to about the 14 for Jeremy McNicholas. So a 3rd and 8 coming up. So 3rd and 8. Johnson in shotgun, going to look to throw once again. Pass right side for Debo is incomplete, and there's penalties. There's penalties. They're going to say the defender got there early. Going to be a DPI against the Cowboys once again. Yeah, they're going to say he got there early. All right. Reddy Stewart on the DPI. So it was a fresh set of downs and 1st and goal for Washington. So Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's Krosky Merritt inside the 5 and breaking through for the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They cut into this deficit. And with 4:35 to play, this game's getting a bit closer. All right. The extra point is up, and it is good. There's now an 11-point Cowboy lead as they get the ball back. With still plenty of time to extend it, it'll be their 4th drive. Looking to get 4 straight touchdown drives to begin this one. Yep, at commercial break. Yeah, I'm fine with these bots. I hope the chat rate. Yep, at commercial break. I have about 50 seconds left in this commercial. Again, Netflix including a timer on commercial breaks is fantastic. Yo, what's up, T Fox? Hey, Merry Christmas. Yeah, saw that you sent your Steam cart for it this morning. I've been tempted to get a Kingdom Hearts game as well. If I do, it will be on Steam, as I do not want those plaguing my trophy list. Yes, Rams Falcons is the Monday night game. It's in Atlanta. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Washington set to send this one down. And the wind is knocking the ball off the tee. Yeah. 2 right before kickoff. That's a new record. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Face out past the 15, past the 20, and out of bounds to the 25. What is this Twitter trending thing I'm seeing? Crazy. All right, so the Cowboys' next drive will begin from their own 26. They've had 3 straight touchdown drives to begin this game. Can they make it a fourth? Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion right to left. Handoff up the middle. That is Malik Davis for a gain of about 5. You have Cavante Turpin's 86-yard touchdown grab, the longest in Christmas history so far. As Dak going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be stuffed for about half a yard or so from Malik Davis, but not much else. So 3rd and 4.5, 5. Dak in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Pump faking, trying to step to his right, breaks off 1 sack and still looking. Now going to take it himself. Dak cuts inside with space and slides down at the 44. It's a 12-yard scramble for Dak Prescott. And he moves the chains with 3 minutes to play in the first half. The Christmas miracle. The Christmas miracle would be the Chiefs not getting completely shut out tonight. Dak under center, and there's going to be movement before the snap. A false start against Dallas. Yep, so 1st and 15 coming up. They leaned forward a bit too soon. So 2.5 to play in the first half. Potentially the final play before the 2-minute warning. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Dak going to hand this off up the middle. And that is a gain of about 5 or so for Malik Davis. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. They get those yards right back from the false start. And it'll be 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Commanders get ball to begin the second half. If they can keep this a 2-score game, they will be in a relatively fine spot. As we're heading to a commercial break. All right. Go watch. Yeah. Again, I'm just hoping Washington keeps this close. I have no real expectations for them in this game. So far, they've been playing pretty well, considering everything. The Patriots being affected by the curse wheel would just be them throwing an interception against that defense. Because again, if the Jets go a full season without intercepting a single pass, that would be hilarious, but also it would be so Patriots for a ball to be picked off this week. If the Patriots lose, all hell breaks loose. Because then the AFC East is completely open, with the Bills playing the Jets in Week 18 and the Patriots playing Miami. Okay, don't go that far. If the curse wheel, through some unfortunate stream of events, gets Drake May injured, I think the Patriots will finally be going to realize what it means to be a standard team. Obviously, I hope that doesn't happen. Drake May's been playing incredible this season, and I would love to see him in the playoffs and see what he does there. But the curse wheel works in mysterious ways. Oh, Perna would have to go into hiding if that happens. Exactly. I never wish injury on anyone. But if that would happen, Perna would need to go into hiding. So 2nd and 10, Dak in shotgun, back to his left. As we're just coming back from commercial break, Dak looking to throw, gonna step up and take it himself, and sliding down at about midfield. So a gain of 6, 3rd and 4 coming up. I need to figure out how he got the nickname of it just being his name. And also the fact that it doesn't really work for anyone else is crazy. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw in 3rd and 4. Has time, pass over the middle, a great diving catch for Jalen Tolbert. And they move the chains up to the 36 with 1:12 to play in the half. Yeah, nice diving catch by Jalen Tolbert. So Dak in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, handoff up the middle. And that's going to be gain of about 4 or so. And the Cowboys will call their first timeout. All right. 56 seconds to play in the half. I mean, Michael Irvin's a part of the Netflix broadcast for halftime. That's cool. All right, so Dak in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Quick pass right side, can be caught with space. And that's going to be a first down for Dallas. Luke Schoonmaker on the reception up to the 25. This is the second. Dak in shotgun, looking to throw in first and 10. Has time, pass over the middle, going to be incomplete. A jump pass looking for Malik Davis. And a second and 10. Good. $35 seconds to play in the half. So Dak in shotgun, back to his right, two receivers to each side. Quick throw, left side, caught by Tolbert. Has space past the 25 and down to about the 20. 27 seconds to play in the half, and the Cowboys will call their second timeout. Nice. Oh yeah, gradients are always kind of weird with how they can work. I still remember the Jaguars when they used the gold gradient on their helmets back when they first unveiled this current branding that they have. And like that was just not the move. The Falcons use a gradient for their home uniforms, and that's meh. All right, 3rd and 5. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, three receivers to the right. Going to look to throw. Pressure coming, Dak stepping and gonna be sacked. Back at the 30, back at the 25. So the Commanders defense does their job in keeping this a 2-score game. As that's gonna force a field goal. Commanders call their final timeout. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff is fine. I'm talking about it in general. I still feel like that a Jaguars helmet that leans into the gold a bit more could look good. But they completely missed the mark with how they did it for that rebrand. All right, out comes Brandon Aubrey to make this a 14-point game. A 42-yard kick from the right hash. And the kick is up. And it is good. So the Commanders have 19 seconds in this first half to try and do something. If they can get a big return here, that will help. But this will probably be the score at the half. Brandon Aubrey already off to an incredible start in fantasy. Hell yeah. As we're at a quick commercial break. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. Got about 30 seconds left in this commercial break. And we have 19 seconds left in the half. Do purple and silver for Vikings Lions. Because is Silk Song good? I kind of want to play Hollow Knight and Silk Song. I just don't know. Yeah, that also probably would be a game I play on Steam instead of on PlayStation. Alright, just coming back from commercial break. I'm not surprised that it's hard. I mean, there's a game I'm playing now that has a trophy for like the hardest difficulty that I'm gonna probably start soon-ish. I'm not excited for. Yeah, I've heard that that's pretty hard. Kickoff is gonna be down in the end zone for a touchback. So I'll be shocked if not yet. No, that's definitely not a game I'm playing on PlayStation. 100-hour platinum is crazy. All right, 1st and 10. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right as well. Johnson looking to throw. Has some time, pass right side, going to be caught by McLaurin. Brought down inbounds. Commanders do not have a timeout. And that will run until halftime. Oh, they get a spike off. But there's going to be an illegal shift there against Washington. So that's going to be a 10-second runoff. And that brings us to the half anyway. Oh yeah, false start. 10-second runoff, and we're at halftime. So the Commanders get ball to begin the second half down by 14. At commercial break. We're at halftime now. Be like I spent the early portion of today before the game started working more towards more God of War stuff. As now Chains of Olympus is one boss fight away from being 100%ed. So I'll start probably Ghosts of Sparta next. Because the good thing is God of War 1 and 2 both do not have difficulty requirements, so I can just play those on easy. And just get those out of the way done quickly. But like I already beat all those games a while ago. I'm just like going back to them to clean up some stuff with it. Well, yeah, it was. I mean, I knew they existed, but it was the announcement of God of War Ragnarok that made me like, you know what, I want to go back and play all these games. So that's what I did. I played all those before Ragnarok released, and then I've kind of just been going back through them all. Yep. At the first of like 2 or 3 commercial breaks for halftime. At commercial break. At commercial break as we're at halftime. Actually, how is this Netflix halftime gonna look? Yeah, bad halftime. Yeah, Michael Irvin's gonna be tough to listen to right now. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. Nice. It says, why does this game have DLC? Hmm. Part of it was like, do I want to go back to Returnal? It was fun, but like, how annoying is that gonna be? Merry Christmas. How you doing? What is that CGI Snoop Dogg? What? Oh, that's gonna be funny. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of been the mindset with the Bills this year. It's like a if not now then when type of mentality because this is their best chance. It's just their ground game is not good. Their ground defense is going to lose them a game at some point in the playoffs. It might lose them the Super Bowl, but they're still going to lose because of that. Yeah, another Stranger Things film. Yeah, a good test for Buffalo is going to be Sunday, and if they see what adjustment they've made to the ground defense over the week. Because if Saquon Barkley has another, if Saquon Barkley goes off against them, it's gonna be tough. I saw someone else say that. I don't know. I watched the Holiday Bowl last night with Hawaii beating Cal. That was a great game. And all it takes is one of those types of matchups to happen in the CFP for people to be right back on board with it. But the tough part is, sorry, yeah, the Hawaii Bowl. My bad. Yeah, I also have the Holiday Bowl on mine. But yeah, it's like it takes one of those matchups happen in CFP for people to be back on board as they were before. But the tough part is that stuff like that rarely happens when it's not neutral site. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet alone will be able to beat the Bills. Not even to mention JSN. This is another Stranger Things. Again, I'm not surprised, but come on. Yep. I should have added a Stranger Things commercial counter to this. It's too late now because I did not keep track enough to know how many we're at. Yeah, App State, Michigan, 2007, ULM, Alabama, UCF, Alabama. That was back in like 03. Well, they're not gonna show Tua. It's not a Dolphins game. I might add it back for Sunday when we play Tampa. If they do, I would be thoroughly surprised. Austin Eckler being a member of this halftime show is also kind of funny considering he's on the roster for the Commanders. Yep. Commanders get the ball to begin the second half. I hate online trophies. I think this. Most of these are the same. At commercial break. At commercial break. All right, second half can be on the way here soon. Yeah, the Cowboys have had about 30 more plays than the Commanders have had today. That's been a big part of the Cowboys having this lead. They've scored on every drive so far today as well. It's just been a great game for the Cowboys. You can hope to be able to continue it. You know, we double the amount of first downs, well over double the amount of plays, about double the amount of yards as well. Cowboys have just been the better team. But the Commanders are still in it if they can get a good drive here to begin the half. All right, second half kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Face out past the 15, out past the 20, and down to about the 25-ish. They'll start from there. And they need a drive here. Need to be able to have a drive here. Yeah, the third and fourth downs. The Cowboys are still perfect on fourth downs today. And that's going to be a key part. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. Three receiving options to the right, looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught up to the 38. It's Terry McLaurin on the reception. All right, good start to this one. So first and 10. Johnson under center, back behind him. Three receiving options to the right. Man and tight end in motion, right to left. Johnson going to hand this off up the middle, and that's a loss of about 3. Yeah, Merry Christmas. All right, second and 13. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Has time, going to take it himself left side and sliding down at the 40. It's a gain of about 7. Or gain of 5-ish. And it's going to be a 3rd and 8 coming up. All right. So Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. Three receivers to the right. A 3rd and 8. Johnson looking to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle, and it's just a weird throw to make there. Looking for Ben Sinnott. And that was a throw trying to bait a penalty out of it. That was tight coverage. Yeah, that's not the throw. If he throws it back shoulder, there is a chance at least to be able to get that penalty, but he led him, and it's just not a great throw. So the Commanders will punt. All right, the punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 6. So first and 10 from their own 7. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Malik Davis, and that's a gain of about 7 or so. Oh yeah, the purple and yellow was a great color scheme. I mean the Ravens themselves, their main colorway is purple and gold. And it's beautiful. Dak and shotgun, back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Pressure coming. Dak trying to step up and sacked. Back at the 8-yard line. It is Jerzon Newton once again. And it's a 3rd and 8 coming up. That's his 2.5 sack of this game. Really? Yeah, 2.5 sack today. He's been everywhere in that backfield. So 3rd and 8. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Gonna hand this off up the middle hand this off up the middle, and that's enough for the first. A gain of 9. Hunter Lupick on the carry and a fresh set of downs for Dallas. Lupke? I think Lupke is probably. So we're going to give it right back to him on the left side, and he's fighting his way for about 7. Up past the 20 to the 24. Some hard-nosed running there. So 2nd and 3 coming up. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. 2nd and 3 from their own 23.5. Dak looking to throw once again. Has time, pass over the middle is going to be low and incomplete. Looking for CeeDee Lamb. It's a 3rd and 3 coming up. So 3rd and 3. Dak in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw once again. Dak, throw left side, going to be caught. And that's George Pickens past the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. There is a penalty down. And I think they're going to say offensive pass interference against George Pickens. Yep, offensive pass interference. There'll be a 3rd and 13 coming up now. Yeah, it's a very slight push-off, but it is there. All right, so Dak looking to throw in 3rd and 13. Pass over the middle for Pickens is incomplete. Couldn't quite hang on to it, so the Cowboys will have to punt now. It's their first time punting today. So thanks to the offensive pass interference, the Cowboys drive stalls out. I'm seeing a ton of, because it was reported not reported, but Lamar Jackson tweeted a while ago. It's kind of being back brought up because of, how the Ravens have been. Like, oh yeah, Lamar would like to play in Miami, and he grew up a secondary Dolphins fan. I'm seeing a ton of random trade offers between the teams, and there's none of them that I really like. False start on Dallas before the punt here, so it'll be a 4th and 18. All right, 4th and 18. The punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 37 and down to the 39. There is a penalty. Hey, that was River Craycraft back to return. Hell yeah. Now, what's the penalty? It's a block in the back on Washington. Gonna push them back some. What was going to be good starting field position is now going to just be standard. The Cowboys used to have an armadillo mascot. Nah, hold on. What? The Dallas Cowboys used to have an armadillo mascot. What? That's cool. That's where we're at commercial break. Got about 40 seconds left in this commercial break. Okay. It seems like current usage of this is more so just brand sponsorship. Interesting. All right, just getting back from commercial break. It'll be Commanders ball on their own 28 due to a block in the back penalty on the punt return. Hey, Clinton Portis is now being a part of the broadcast. Hell yeah. All right, so Johnson under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off right side for Krotsky. Meriden, he has space. Past midfield, the 40, 35 30, 25 20. He is gone. One play, 72 yards. This is a one-score game just like that. Ja'Cory Krotsky Merritt. 72 yards to the house. Great blocking up front, and that breakaway speed gets it done. Pretty much untouched the entire way. That is this is a one-score game just like that. The Commanders are in this. Extra point is up, and it is good. All it took was one play, and we're at a 7-point game again. And we're going right back to commercial break. All right. Just like that. At commercial break. Since we're at commercial break, I'll quickly be right back. Got 45 seconds left in this commercial break. After the 72-yard touchdown run for Washington to cut this within half. Or to cut this into 7. And that commercial break. And commercial break. Okay. All right, just coming back from commercial break. 9:34 to play in the third quarter. It's a 7-point game after the 72-yard touchdown run. Right as Clinton Portis joined the broadcast, Brodsky Merritt takes it 72 yards to the house. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 4. Base out past the 20, 25, and down to the 27. Brodsky Merritt got up to 21 miles per hour on that. Oh, and there was a block in the back on the return as well. So they would start this drive from the 13, actually. All right, Dak under center. Quick throw left side. Caught by Pickens. Breaks off one tackle and has space. Past the 25, past the 30, and down to about the 33. All right. Nine minutes to play in the third. 1st and 10 from their own 32-ish. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Dak, pressure coming and sacked at the 27. It's Bobby Wagner. So a 2nd and 15 coming up. It's Wagner and Newton combining for the sack. So Jazir Newton, Jazon Newton has 3 sacks today. Dak in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looking to throw. Quick pass left side, can be caught by CeeDee Lamb. They get those yards right back from the sack and then some, up to the 34. So it's a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 8. Dak alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Wide open. CeeDee Lamb. Pass midfield to the 42. No one even close. And so they move the chains on 3rd and 8. And he is just wide open there. So 1st and 10 from the Washington 42. Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Making some adjustments at the line. Under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. And there's movement before the snap. False start against Dallas. Gonna make it a 1st and 15. All right, so 1st and 15. Dak and shotgun back to his left. We receive an option to the left as well. Hand off up the middle. And that's going to get those yards right back. And then some, a gain of 6 for Malik Davis. So 2nd and 9 coming up. Second and 9. 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Dak and lone and shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Has time. Going to step up. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Batted away. And it's 3rd and 9. Batted away by the linebackers in this first level there. Pretty much, though, if you can say batted at the line, that would work the same. It's a Luvu. Batting that one away. Little Frankie Luvu. So a 3rd and 9 for Dallas. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Just under 6 minutes to play in the third. Dak looking to throw. Pressure coming, trying to escape to his left. Gets tripped up and sacked. But he gets hit late afterwards. He gets sacked at their own 48. And then he gets hit late afterwards because he didn't hear the whistle. After the play, a personal foul against Washington. 15 yards and a free first. That is such a bad penalty to take. It's difficult, yes. Because the whistle doesn't come out quick enough, but man, that's such a bad penalty. Yeah, yeah. That's such a bad penalty, man. You got off the field on 3rd and long. You got him out of field goal range. Dak under center, handoff up the middle for Malik Davis, gets about 2 or 3. You got him out of field goal range. You got off the field on 3rd down. You had the momentum. And then just a bad penalty. But again, it's a bad penalty to take, but it's also one that I get how that happens. Five minutes to play in the third. Jeez, the Lions have a ton of offensive linemen inactive today. Dak and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw on 2nd and 8. Has time, pass deep, left side, CeeDee Lamb incomplete. Slightly overthrown. Jonathan Jones in coverage. So the Lions are going to be without, the main ones are Tyler Decker and Avonte Maddox. Okay. That means the Vikings inactive list also just got unveiled. Dak and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Dak looking to throw. Pass right side going to be incomplete. Looking for Jalen Tolbert, saying he did not get his feet in bounds. So just not showing the refs making the call there. And yeah, Tolbert's out of bounds. Dak threw it just too far out. Nearly a great play by Tolbert. Alright, so the inactives for the Vikings. TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Mason, and JJ McCarthy. Brad Rippon is the emergency 3rd quarterback. So McCarthy is just not even able to play today. 52-yard kick from the left hash for Brandon Aubrey. It is up, and it is good. That's why he's a Pro Bowler. And this is a 10-point game with 4:42 to play in the third. That's right. We get to watch Max Brosmer play quarterback. Who's their backup then? If Brett Rippon is their emergency third, who is their backup? Hey, more Stranger Things. I really should have put a Stranger Things counter up. Yeah, and that's fair. At the same time, I get why he didn't. Probably a lot plays into his fan voting, and also we just go to his Pro Football Reference real quick. I mean, he's only attempted 29 field goals this year. I will say though, his career long went from 59 last year to 68, which is hilarious. It's called Sam Darnold. Depth chart. Oh, John Wolford is the Vikings backup. All right. Cool. That game's gonna be something. Yeah, but again, like you said, Cameron Dicker has been really good this year. Like, yeah, so it's Cam Little is 25 for 29 field goal right now. Cameron Dicker is 36 for 38. That's all it is. And Cameron Dicker is also on pace for a all-time record for career field goal percentage. Oh, he is. Yeah, he's on pace for that by a wide margin. Holy. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 2. Base out past the 20, past the 25, and down to about the 35. Damn, I was off with those yard marks. Okay. True. Yeah, Cameron Dicker. If the NFL just completely stopped out of nowhere after this week, Cameron Dicker would be the only kicker in NFL history. It shows past one. Yeah, he would be the only kicker in NFL history with above 90% field goal percentage for a career. Crazy. All right, false start before the opening play of the drive. Eddie Panera was an 89%. Damn. All right, 1st and 15. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, to looking to throw. Johnson with some time, stepping up, gonna take it himself. Up to the 35. He gets those 5 yards right back. It is fun to look at old kicking stuff for the NFL because you see quarterbacks on here. Like Bob Waterfield's on here, George Blanda's on here. There's others I'm just not seeing right now. All right, Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, play action looking to throw. Stepping up, trying to buy some time. Pass left side is incomplete. threw it at the chest of a defender. Just didn't realize the ball was coming and it's incomplete. I mean, good pocket, good movement, and that he has a man wide open, but that ball comes off weird. So 3rd and 10. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be caught to midfield. It's Terry McLaurin for the first, and they keep the drive alive. That is a great throw from Josh Johnson. Puts it on the money. Could not have been a better throw. So Johnson in shotgun. Oh, you're going to Wildcat. It's Krosky Merritt in shotgun. Gonna end around this one for Traylon Burks, who's now gonna be looking to throw, but pressure is all around him. He's gonna lose about 2. Oh, gets a little bit of a push to get back to the line of scrimmage. Ends up being no gain, but that's okay. Trying to get tricky with it. Not gonna work. And Dallas played that perfectly. But a nice stiff arm from Burks to allow him to be able to get something out of it. All right, so Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. Pass right side, going to be caught with space for a first. Gets past the 35 and down to the 34. All right. Just keep things simple on that one. There's a penalty. Oh, there's a face mask against Dallas. It's not a massive one, but it's there. Let's see, refs will discuss about this. It's Chris Moore on the reception. And you have face mask against Dallas. So tack on 15. That puts the Commanders inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And 1st and 10 coming up. All right, so Johnson under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna hand this off left side for Merritt. Has space to 15 inside the 10 and down to the 6. It's Krosky Merritt on the carry. And it's 1st and goal coming up for Washington. They've been moving the ball well. Like they're still playing a pretty solid game, even with 3rd string quarterback being in. The Spurs are beating the Thunder currently. Damn, the Knicks won by 2. Spurs beating the Thunder currently in the NBA. 1st and goal. Johnson under center, gonna hand this off up the middle for Krosky Merritt, and that gets a gain of a yard. 2nd and goal coming up. All right, about 1, maybe 2 more plays needed in the 3rd. Johnson under center, back behind him. 2nd and goal from the 5. Johnson, play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass right side, going to be a throwaway, incomplete. So 3rd and goal coming up. So 3rd and goal. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Johnson looking to throw. Pass, right side, end zone, incomplete. Looking for Traylon Burks, no penalties. And it'll be 4th and goal. Traylon Burks wanted the penalty there, not going to get one. Yeah, that's an uncatchable ball. So 4th and goal. And out comes the field goal unit, Jake Moody, to make this back to a 7-point game. "23-yard kick from the right hash. Kick is up. And he missed it wide. Oh, that's good? Okay. That's good, apparently. I thought he missed that. That did not look like it went through, but it's a 7-point game with 16 seconds to play. All right. At commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. Got a minute remaining. Got a minute remaining in this commercial break. We got about 16 seconds left until the 4th quarter. At commercial break. All right, just coming back from commercial break. And yep, right after this, Lions and Vikings going at it. And what should be, maybe that game is solid with Brosmer. Who knows? All right, kickoff underway. This is going to be returned beginning from the 1. Face out past the 15, past the 20, and brought down near the 24. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey's up to 12 points for me in the final week of fantasy playoffs. Oh yeah, that barely snuck through. That was a tough kick for Moody, jeez. Oh yeah, Javonte Williams has been questionable with a shoulder injury. Must have missed that. Dak under center can hand this off up the middle for Malik Davis, and that's a gain of about 2. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 15 minutes remain in this 7-point game from Washington. And what actually ended up being a pretty solid game, all things considered. Yep, at commercial break. Yep, at commercial break. Yep, at commercial break. Got about 50 seconds remaining in this commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break, we await the start of the fourth quarter. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Seven minutes to play. Not 7 minutes. 7-point game. 1 quarter left to play. The Cowboys have felt like they've been in control the majority of this one, but their lead is slowly slipping away. Can they hang on? Dak alone in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 8. Pass over the middle, wide open. Past midfield, past the 45 and down to the 43. It's Brevin Span forward on the reception. And there's a break into coverage. Yeah, just wide open in the seam. Man, if only Dak was not on the Cowboys, he would get so much more respect for the quality of quarterback he is. Dak under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna hand this off up the middle from Malik Davis up to about the 40. Gain of 3. All right. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Dak with time. Pass left side. It's tipped and incomplete. Jeremy Reeves, an incredible diving pass breakup. Nearly picked that ball off in his 3rd and 7. CeeDee Lamb had a walk-in touchdown if Reeves did not get in the way of that pass. Yeah, that's a walk-in touchdown if Reeves did not make that play. That's a touchdown saving play. So 13:40 to play in the game, and the Cowboys will call their first timeout. All right. All right, 3rd and 7. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 7. Dak looking to throw. Stepping up, pass over the middle is off the mark and incomplete. Just the ball slipped on him. He short-armed it. CeeDee Lamb was open over the middle for the first. And now it's 4th and 7. And a choice to make for Dallas. They're going to send out Brandon Aubrey to make this back to a 10-point game. It is a 58-yard kick. The ball is centered on the field from 58 yards out. The kick is up, and he missed it wide right. He shanked it. So the Commanders stay within 7. Now that's a rare miss for Brandon Aubrey. And that's going to hurt me in fantasy. Damn it. Yeah, I just pushed it to the right. Alright, so this gives the Commanders a bit of life. So ball on their own 48. Johnson under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle for Krotsky. Merritt breaks off one tackle and has space past the 45 and down to about the 43. Going to be a 2nd and short coming up. 2nd and inches just about. As there is a Commander slow to get up as one of their linemen. There's also a penalty down. That is Brandon Coleman, who was slow to get up. George Fant is their backup left tackle. And the penalty was picked up. So 2nd and 1. All right, he's up and he's walking off the field under his own power. It's good to see him. Yeah. So a 2nd and 1. Johnson under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Johnson, handoff left side for Merritt. Gonna fight his way back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 3rd and 1 coming up. So 3rd and 1. Johnson under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and that's stuffed behind the line. Jeremy McNicholas loses about 2. So a 4th and 3 coming up. And a choice to make for Washington. It's 4th and 3. You're past midfield. Your defense. The Cowboys pretty much gifted you the chance to tie the game on this drive by missing that field goal. So Johnson in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. 4th and 3. And there's movement before the snap. A false start. So it's a 4th and 8 now. And you pretty much have to punt. Now you have to punt. So 4th and 8. Punt comes off clean. Gonna be fair caught at the 15. So they will start from there. And we head to a commercial break. All right. So 1st and 10 from their own 15. We have a minute 15 until we're back from commercial break. Yep, at commercial break. All right. Should be coming out of commercial break here soon, about 5 seconds. And we're at back from commercial break. The CGI Snoop Dogg for the halftime performance is going to be great. Ian Eagle did not just say that. Dak under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle for Malik Davis is going to get about 3, but there's penalties. Going to be an illegal shift against Dallas. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat that. Yeah, illegal shift against Dallas. I'm no. Dak and shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, looking to throw in 1st and 15. Pass left side, going to be caught by Luke Schoonmaker up to about the 20. Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Second, about 5.5. Going to hand this off up the middle for Malik Davis, and that's going to be enough for the first. Gets exactly to the 25. Keeping the chains moving. Hey, it seems like Sauce Gardner might be on track to play Sunday. All right, 10 minutes to play in this one. Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Dak handoff right side, going to be a gain of about 6 or so for Malik Davis. So 2nd and 3 coming up. So Dak in shotgun, back to his left. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's gonna be not enough for the first, gain of about 2. So a 3rd and 1 coming up. And there is a commander shaken up after the play. So a 3rd and 1 coming up. He has a 3rd and 1. 9 minutes to play in the game. Cowboys doing a good job killing clock on this drive. The Commanders have had 6 third down opportunities compared to the Cowboys' 14. Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. QB sneak, and they get the first. Dak picks it up with ease. So they keep the clock rolling. They keep the chains moving. 8:20 to play in the game now. Dak under center, play action looking to throw. Pressure coming and sacked at the 30. Ricky Barber, the former UCF Knight with the sack, was called up from the practice squad for this game. And he gets one in it. First career sack for Ricky Barber. Let's go. And that's the 6th sack of the day for the Commanders defense. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw in 2nd and 16. Stepping up, pass left side, going to be off the mark and incomplete. Looking for Jonathan Mingo, and it's a 3rd and 16 coming up. Third and 16. Dak alone in shotgun, looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side, going to be caught. And the Commanders gang up and tackle at the 45 is where the forward progress will be stopped. Does still get 14 to make it a 4th and 2. So we'll see what the Cowboys decide to do here with 7 minutes to play in the game. The Cowboys were very aggressive early on, going 4 for 4 on 4th down. Since then, they kind of have reeled back that aggressiveness. This would be the time for it to come back. 4th and 2, 6:45 to play. It's a 4th and 2. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Dak looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Going to be caught by Jalen Tolbert. Pass midfield to the 48. The Cowboys are 5 for 5 on 4th down today. And that's been a massive reason as to why they have a 7-point lead. So 6 minutes to play in the game. It's 1st and 10 from the Washington 48. Dak under center, back behind him. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's Malik Davis to the 43. Gain of about 5. And now there's a penalty. It's holding against Washington. Attack on 5 to the end, and it's an automatic 1st down. Alright, so Dak under center, back behind him. Handoff up the middle, and that's Malik Davis for a gain of about 2. Alright, just under 5 minutes to play. 2nd and 8. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Dak, pressure coming. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Oh, looking for Brevin Spanford, and that was nearly picked off. Instead, it's 3rd and 7.5. Oh, that probably should have been picked off. So 3rd and about 8-ish. And the Cowboys will call their 2nd timeout before this 3rd and relatively 8. So 3rd and 8. Big time 3rd down. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle. And it's not going to be enough for the 1st. Gets inside the 35 to the 32. It's a 4th and about 4. And with 4:25 to play in the game, out comes Brandon Aubrey to make this back to a 10-point game. Trying to make it a 2-score game late. The ball is centered, 51 yards out. It is up, and it is good. Brandon Aubrey from 51. And they're back to a 10-point lead with 3:59 to play. Yeah, that's going to help out the fantasy. Brandon Aubrey is giving me 16 fantasy points today. Would have been Would have been closer to 20 if he didn't have missed the one from 58 earlier. Yep. At commercial break. About 2 minutes left in this commercial break. So add commercial break. Add commercial break. Got 10 seconds left in this commercial break. Commander's going to need a drive here with just about 4 minutes to play in the game. They're going to need a drive, and then most likely going to need the onside kick as well. Damn, they just ruined a perfectly good tomahawk steak by branding it with the Netflix logo. All right, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Face out past the 20, past the 25, and down to about the 28. Chase Edmonds is still in the... I think it is. Yeah. I'm okay. Chase Edmonds is still in the league. I did not realize that. Cool. Former Dolphin right there. He was the return man on that kick. .353 to play. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Pass left side, going to be caught with space for a first down. Gain of about 11. That's Ben Sinnott on the reception. And Washington's going to go hurry up. Johnson in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass left side, gonna be caught. Pass midfield to the 48. That's Terry McLaurin on the reception. 3:20 to play and counting. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling right, buying time, pass back over the middle, down to the 41 for Jeremy McNicholas. 3 minutes to play. 2nd and 3 coming up from the Dallas 41. Still going hurry up. Johnson in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Johnson with time, pass right side, going to be enough for the first, past the 35 and down to the 32. Ben Sinnott on the reception. One more play at minimum is needed before the 2-minute warning, and now there's a Cowboy slow to get up. It is Siobhan Revel who was slow to get up, as he got a bit rolled up on there. Hell yeah. Just in time for the first game to be rapid. Alright, so we're at commercial break due to the injury. Alright, so at commercial break. At commercial break. Alright. 2:35 to play in this one. Commanders moving pretty well on this drive, as they've been going hurry up. Just coming back from commercial break. Johnson in shotgun, back to his right, two receivers to each side, looking to throw. Quick pass right side, caught by McNicholas, and there's Cowboys surrounding him, brought down for a loss of a yard. Going hurry up, trying to get one more play off before the 2-minute warning. Johnson under center. And they're gonna spike this? What's the idea here? They spiked it with 2:14. And they're going to send out the field goal units. That way they make sure they have the 2-minute warning to work with on defense. So out comes Jake Moody to make this back to a 7-point game. It's going to come down to this Washington defense. The 51-yard kick from the right hash. It is up. And it is good. It's back to a 7-point game with 2:09 to play. So they preserved the 2-minute warning. And this way, instead of having to go for the onside kick, you can just send this one out the back of the end zone and let your defense try and make a stop. The issue is, they haven't really been able to make a stop today defensively. So we'll see if they're able to here. There's plenty of time if they can get the ball back. All right, so 2:09 to play. All right, so kickoff underway. This is going to be returned. Beginning from the 3, and Turpin gonna get past the 25 and down to the 27. 4 seconds until the 2-minute warning. So they're still gonna have the 2-minute warning to stop the clock after first down. All right. 2:04. Dak under center. Back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and that's Malik Davis past the 30 and being brought down near the 33. It's a gain of 6, and we head to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Washington's defense needs to make a stand. They have all 3 timeouts. If they can force a 3 and out, they'll be able to get the ball back with 1 timeout and plenty of time to get in the end zone. The question is just, can this defense most likely hold the Cowboys to less than 4 yards on 3 plays? I would not be surprised if the Cowboys go for it if it's a 4th and 1 scenario again, because they've been perfect on 4th down tonight so far. So I would not be surprised if they have the mindset of, we're going to go for it if we need to. A minute 10 remains in this commercial break. Yeah, you know, it's been a minute since bots have arrived. Yeah, there's been quite a few bots today. All right, 10 seconds remaining in this commercial break. Just coming back from commercial break. 2 minutes. Can this Washington defense protect 4 yards as a first down basically ends the game? So 4 yards. That is the limit. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Handoff up the middle, and that's Malik Davis for about 3. Gets to the 36, and Washington calls their first timeout. It's a 3rd and 1. And you most likely need to protect a yard in 2 plays. Because again, I would not be surprised if Dallas decides to go for it. Because a first down basically ends the game. So Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Dak, play action, rolling right, looking to throw. Pass caught by Pickens. Pass midfield and down to the 44. And that is most likely the icing. Down to the 43 of Washington, George Pickens. Yeah, that's a That's the perfect play call for that moment. Yep, Vikings Lions kicks off in about 25 minutes. I'll be live for that game as well. As soon as this one ends, I'll go ahead and schedule that stream. And there's Washington's second timeout. No, it's a 4:30 kick. Dak under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. Man in motion, left to right. Dak gonna hand this off up the middle, and that gets past the 40 to the 39. The Commanders will call their final timeout. Yeah. I always end up misplacing my AC adapters and my charging bricks for stuff. I got a new headset, a part of the holidays, and it took me a minute to find a new AC adapter for it, but it's good. Like most things don't give you one anymore, which is weird. All right, Dak under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's a gain of about 2 or 3. Yeah, it's the holidays. It's an NFL game that's exclusive to a streaming service. Plus, it's Christmas. Yeah, there's gonna be bots today. First time in a while though, so I'll take it. All right, 3rd and 2. Clock continuing to roll. 1:05 to play in the game. Dak under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. And now the Cowboys will call their final timeout with 54 seconds. What? They're giving out Christmas tomahawks to the winner. That's cool. Dak under center, gonna hand this off up the middle. And I'm not sure if that's enough. One ref thinks to mark him short. I mean, either way, this can get the clock down to 9 seconds remaining. Yeah, gonna say he's short. It's 4th and inches. There's 9 seconds between the game and play clock. So the Cowboys gonna let this run. A field goal ices the game. A first down ices the game. I would prefer a field goal because of fantasy. Even though Brandon Aubrey's already giving me 16 points. Dak under center. There's the QB sneak, and he's gonna get the first with ease. The clock will run. The Dallas Cowboys kick off Christmas with a 7-point win on the road. And that'll do it from Washington. Yeah, that's good. So I'll be live in about 20 or so minutes with the Lions and Vikings. I'm going to schedule that stream real quick. Get a drink, maybe a snack. See you all there. Christmas has just begun. We have 2 more games on the docket. Hope to see you all there. If not, have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.